Good morning. Thanks for joining me, Lori Bernard with Century 21 Affiliated. Just continuing our series on Main Level Living in the St. Croix River Valley. And I want to talk about the idea of associations. Now, for a lot of people moving into Main Level Living homes, townhomes, condos, twin homes, they've maybe not had any experience with living with an association before. And so let's talk a little bit about that, what's included with associations, what's not included, and just some good questions that you'll want to ask. One thing you'll want to make sure that you get a copy of as you're considering this new home is to get a copy of the rules, the bylaws, the covenants, all the documents that sort of are overarching the association. You'll also want to get some information about the financial health of the association. That's really important as a potential new homeowner. You want to make sure that they're carrying sufficient reserve funds, that they're taking care of the buildings, and that budget information can be really critical and a good opportunity for you to ask some questions. Some of the other things, and those documents, by the way, are supplied. They're to be supplied by the seller. Some of you may not know this. There used to be a lot of fees associated with those documents. Wisconsin legislature passed some new laws around this, and the cost of those has gone way down. It's $50, I believe, is the limit, and so that the associations can't charge hundreds and hundreds of dollars to send an electronic document. So that's good news for homeowners. But buyers, you want to make sure you're getting those documents, you're reviewing them, and you're asking questions. You have 10 days to review them. There's a period of a right of rescission, and so it's important during that time you really do take a look, make sure you understand what's in them, what's covered, what's not covered. So let's talk about some of the things that are often covered in your association dues, your monthly dues. Snow removal is almost always covered, but again, you want to check. Lawn care is one item that's typically covered as well. There you'll want to pay attention to who's trimming the shrubs, who's trimming the trees. Can you have garden plants of your own on your patio? Can you do any planting? Are there any rules or guidelines around some of the planting that you can or can't do? So that's something you do want to pay attention to. It's not the same in every association, so do pay attention to that in particular. Hazard insurance is one thing that is often covered. People say, what's hazard insurance? Well, it's insurance for the exterior of your home. So it would cover things like roof damage or damage to siding if a storm came through. What that means for you as a homeowner is that you'll be carrying a much smaller policy. It's what's considered an HO6 policy. It's kind of from the walls in. It's much less expensive than your typical homeowner's insurance because it's only covering the interior of the home. So part of your homeowner's overall insurance is that exterior hazard insurance. That's going to be part of your association dues. Garbage is sometimes included. If the association is professionally managed, which many of them are, those dues will also be included in your monthly fee. There's sometimes amenities with some of the associations, tennis courts, walking paths. Some of them do just a beautiful job with common garden areas, holiday decorations. So your dues go towards some of those items as well. One couple items you're going to really want to pay attention to as you're looking at considering some of these different homes in the area is, what is their pet policy? Some of them are very lax. Some are rather stringent and address the size of dogs, how much they can weigh. Some address breed. So you want to make sure that you're very aware of that, because a lot of people have furry friends that they want to move with them, and so make sure that that will be allowed. The other thing I would encourage you to pay attention to is parking. Where can you park as a homeowner? Where can your guests park? And how convenient is that or not for your desired living situation? Those are some things that we don't always think about if you're in a single family home. And so it's important to keep all of those things in mind. Again, every association is different. Rules, regulations can be changed given what their governing documents say, and it needs a certain majority of all of the homeowners. So rules can be changed, but I would encourage you to read them, take them to heart. If you have questions, make sure you ask them in that 10-day period after the accepted offer. Get them answered and and hopefully their rules and regulations and the services provided are something that you can live with. If you have any questions, please let me know. And we're going to be continuing our series next week on Main Level Living. Stay tuned. We're going to be looking at some of the specific areas in town that you might consider, and looking forward to doing that. So we will talk soon. Have a great day.